Hey guys, happy Saturday. It's Mike, the founder of Bot Neo. Now, the team was just going in here and they were updating the crawler and making some really awesome changes in here. And I want to show you guys what it can do now, especially with support docs. So, we took a pretty giant support portal. We actually plugged in the Freshdesk support portal. So, that's support.freshdesk.com. And I just loaded this up in here. There's tons and tons of articles in here, like super crazy volume of articles. But so it crawled this in about, let's see. So it started crawling at 2:07 p.m. It finished at 12:18. So we've been improving the speed and the performance of this crawler to get it working as awesome as we can. And so that took about 11 minutes to process the whole Freshdesk support portal and for the download part. And then the training took some more time after that too. So let's just call it like 15, 20 minutes total. And so in here, I can start asking the bot questions, right? So I just say, hey, how can I set up? And I'm not even typing right. I haven't had my coffee yet. I just said, can I set up ticket assignment? It says, yes, you can set up ticket assignments in Freshdesk to enable automatic ticket assignment. Go here. And then I'm, playing dumb. I'm saying, well, what is round robin? Right. And it's telling us the answers to all these questions. So super awesome. And let's find some other things in here. Let's talk about time triggers. Let's see, there's how to set up automation rules for time triggers. So we can just say something like, what's a time trigger? See what it comes back with. And there's tons of goodies in here on their support doc, so we can go in and explore, kind of see how it answers the different questions. Time trigger is an automation rule that runs based on a specific time and event-based triggers. Ooh, that's cool. So how can I set up an automation rule? So there we go. So yeah, I just want to say hats off to the team. They've been doing an awesome job improving the crawler. The performance in here is getting better and better every day. And we're able to crawl and parse more complex websites and data to train your AI chatbot. So you can come in here, plug in your website, and we're going to be releasing some more features. I think this weekend we're actually going to show you the number of URLs and the list of URLs so you can actually see what was crawled in your site. You're going to get some more status details in here as well. So come in and check that out. If you guys haven't tried the updated version, you can always just delete the site, add it again, and then when it's done downloading, click on Start Training, and your bot will be good to go. And so we can go ahead and let's do one more thing in here. Let's see, what should we do? So we got the small talk skill. Oh, we didn't even tell you guys yet, but we have the SMS skill in here. So you can go ahead and select a phone number that you want this bot to be listening on for SMS. And it's actually going to do two-way text message conversations in here. All you gotta do is select the phone number. So that's a new feature in here. Come in and check that out as well. And you guys will be off to the races. So one of the other things I want to show you guys in here that the team just got out as well is you can actually ask it some crazy questions. And let's say that one of these questions isn't in the training material. It'll actually pop that onto your training data tab. So let's come in here and say, how can I bake a cake? Say something like that. And so when it gets a question it doesn't know the answer to, it's actually going to pop that on your training data section so you can provide the answer, right? So the bot wasn't trained on how to bake cakes, right? So this is the exact answer we want it to give. I'm not sure. I don't want to give inaccurate information. And you can customize this message, right? This is the default text that's in here. But every time it gets a question it doesn't know the answer to, gives you an opportunity to make your bot smarter. So if you go back to the training data tab, you now see I have a new entry on here. It says, how do I bake a cake? Right. And you can actually click this. And it looks like I can't click right now, but you can click this and you can provide the content for that answer. So you can make your bot smarter and smarter every day. Just come in here and check these out, maybe once a week, and you can provide those answers and just keep training your bot and keep seeing what it wasn't able to answer. So a lot more efficient way before you had to go into the chat conversations and pull those up. So you do got the chat conversations over here on the left-hand side. You can click on that and see your customers and leads communicating with the bot. But now you got it all in one place in there. So I want to keep this video kind of short. And if you guys have any questions, let us know. I see some questions in here, and I'll go ahead and, oh my gosh, I'm not even sharing my screen. Am I talking like this the whole time? So hopefully I'm not talking like that the whole time. Silly me. Like I said, I haven't had my coffee yet today, so that's going to be why. So I don't know which part I missed out on, but I want to come in here and show you that. So let's reset the conversation. So I can say something like, how do I bake a cake? And so when I say, how do I bake a cake? It's going to give me the I don't know answer, right? This is the text that we wanted right here. I don't know, but now you see in the bot training data section, I have another question twice now since I typed it in twice. How do I bake a cake? So you'll be able to provide the content for that to train your bot. So this is the whole update on the crawler, and I'll just show you guys the crawler again right here. So I was going through Freshdesk, and we got a bunch of different articles in there on Freshdesk, and we crawled the whole site. And so I can come in here and just start asking random questions. I'll just do that again. So I can say something like, what's a time trigger? And we'll get an answer about that. And so this was trained on the whole Freshdesk site. So this has like well over 1,000 articles in here on everything you can imagine. So there's lots and lots of content in here that you can get your bot trained on. And so I didn't know the answer to that one. What is a time trigger? So let's see, we can try something else and give it a shot. So let's find some random article in here. Let's see, I'm going to pull up something in here. Let's see, how can I set up an automation rule? So let's say, how can I set up an automation rule? There we go. And we'll see that pop in here right now. So and if you guys haven't tried out the new crawler, make sure you jump in and plug in your site. There's lots of good enhancements done on the crawler. Make it to be able to crawl all different types of websites in here. So here's how to set up an automation rule, right? And it gives you step-by-step instructions, super easy to follow. Just awesome. So I'm continuing to get impressed more and more every day, the smarter that this thing gets, especially being able to parse a bunch of different websites. We've seen, just since we launched, we've had so many people try to parse all different types of content, and some a lot larger than we anticipated. So we're able to optimize that and improve this to get it to work as great as possible. So yeah, come in here, play around with it. You guys can mess around with the bots, plug in, support website. This is a good example of how you could do like white label support, right? You plug in your website URL like Freshdesk. You can come in here and let's replace Freshdesk with Mike, right? Or Botneo, right? So you can come in here and update that, plug in your own brand, and use this information to update and train your bot. So it's giving you personalized answers. So I'm going to go in and see if there's any more comments in the chat. So if you guys have more questions, please drop that in here. Looks like we got Anant saying, does it crawl all the links for a single input link? So yes, it does. It will crawl recursively your URL. So I just want to show you something really important in here. So when I put this Freshdesk URL, notice I put support.freshdesk.com, right? And the reason I put it like that is because I wanted to get I wanted to get the whole site for the Freshdesk support. And if I go into the URL normally, and I'll paste this in the search box so you can see, it's, if I go to the website directly, it's Freshdesk support.freshdesk.com/English/support/solutions. So the way it works is paste the root domain if you want all pages on that domain, because it is only going to look for files within that same path, right? So if Freshdesk had multi-language support and I just wanted English, I would leave the /en in there. So it'll only crawl folders that are within that folder. So if you want everything, just plug in the root domain. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you guys have any questions on that. And let's see, someone's asking about any plans to update to be less shadowy on the UI. So send me something that you're talking about or an example of that, and I'd love to take a look and see what you're talking about. I actually haven't used Freshdesk, so I'm not familiar with their UI at all, but I'm sure they got a great product, and I know they sure got a lot of help docs, so that's why we're coming in here and plugging in their help docs to kind of test that out and see how well the new crawler updates work. So come in, check it out, plug in your site, and let me know if you have any questions. We'll see you in the group.